Good morning, everyone. This is Danny Tulkayar Hafen, and I'm here giving a stream of thought conscious breakdown of what I expect to happen in this year's Rift Rivals. Right now, the Rift Rivals will be happening in 6.5 hours from the start of this recording. I'm not quite sure how long it will go. Shouldn't be more than about 8 minutes. Now, I really want to talk quickly about the breakdown of how Rift Rivals for North America and Europe are going to happen this year. Each team is going to do a best of one against each other team from the other region. So we will have 9 matches. Here are the 4 that are happening today, as you can see on our screen, and there will be 5 tomorrow. Um, we also are expecting a specialty match just for fun sometime, um, probably today's stream, but who cares about that? That's not what the event's about. But giving a breakdown, after the 9 matches have been competed, there will be a best of 5 round robin where each team will get to go up against the chosen competitor. So say here, the losing team decides to send out Splice. Let's just say Europe lost the group stage. Splice is sent out. Then North America would get to choose which of its 3 teams to compete against Splice. The next round, once again, Europe would choose a team that they haven't chose before, Fnatic. Then North America would choose a team to play against them. If, after the first 3 matches are done, uh, we don't have a winner, we will continue till we have a winner, where each team will send out their competitors simultaneously, so there won't be a chance for a counter pick. Now, before any of the games happen, though, well, not quite before any games happen, but before games happen based on uh, standings, there will be possible 2v2 death matches. So, if you've forgotten, North America, Team Liquid is rank 1, 100 Thieves is rank 2, Echo Fox is rank 3. This is based off their performance in the Spring Split Finals. For Europe, Fnatic is 1, G2 is number 2, and Splice is number 3. So, if Echo Fox goes up against G2, which will happen on day 2 of this tournament, G2 gets side selection for blue or red because they are seeded second, where Echo Fox is seeded third. But if Team Liquid faces Fnatic, which will happen again on day 2 of this tournament, they are both seeded 1. And to decide who gets side selection, there will be a 2v2 tournament on the Halloween Abyss, like in all of All-Stars last year. But instead of being a 1v1, this is All-Stars from last year, I now have playing in the background, it will be 2v2. Now, here, the rules will be the same, except, where did the rules go? Come on. I'm sorry. Okay, I will tell you the rules. The rules are 100 CS, kill the tower, or kill the enemy champions. So instead of 1 champion kill, it'll be 2 champion kills. You will be able to return to shop and buy and all that, unlike regular Howling Abyss, and heal up. And this is a very interesting concept to choose side selection for these tournaments in the Rift Rivals. And I don't know how much practice the teams will have done, but I hope to see a lot, because this is a whole new game, basically, this 2v2, compared to last year. Some of the big changes, first of all, the rune stopwatch did not exist before. Now it does. I can see that being a huge game changer in the 1v1 for 8 minutes long if you choose to have a team using it. Also, pets and mini summons like Zyra plants or Heimerdinger's turrets do not count as CS anymore in the game. So those champions are opened up because they won't help your opponent get to 100 faster than before. Those are the two biggest changes, in my opinion, from last year to this year. Other than, of course, it's a 2v2 instead of a 1v1. The strongest 2v2 I can see being picked would be Heimer Fiddlesticks. It is so strong, I fully expect it to be completely banned out every game. It's way too much pushing. Fiddlesticks is way too good at stopping all in. They could take barrier and exhaust and all this stuff and be unkillable, plus their stopwatch for the level 6 all in. It's just, I think it's too strong and will be perma-banned. Or if it's played once, it'll be perma-banned after that. I also find the Fiddlestick Heimer boring. It's a push to win 100 CS. Now, if Heimer is picked, the counter pick I hope to see will be Syndra, but enough of that 2v2, I just hope not to see it. Syndra's ability to pick up the turrets greatly weakens Heimer, but the other thing that happens quite often in professional play is you just smite the Heimer turret. Smite does not exist on Howling Abyss, so that's one of the other strong counters that we can't use anymore, so I just hope to see that banned out. Now, the strongest interesting comp I want to see is Swain Trundle. Very powerful, good CC, decent wave clear, strong all-in, strong dueling. That is a team comp, a duo comp I hope to see on Summoner's Rift, on the Howling Abyss, to win the 2v2s with style. The Trundles should, in my opinion, build Knight's Vow first. The components to Knight's Vow are pretty cheap and cost efficient, and if you do get to finish that item, it will greatly empower Swain to make it so you can tower dive if needed to win the game if the enemy opponents are beating you in the CS and you have to go for the kill. Trundle subjugation, stealing all the stats and sealing, it's quite powerful. Now, enough of talking about the 2v2. I'm going to go back to talking about the teams and what I expect to see and their strengths and the possibilities. So this is Echo Fox versus Fnatic. It is the first game of the day. This is where we'll start seeing some interesting things. Fnatic is having Reckless as their sub, technically, starting Whipple in the bot lane, like they have been in the European scene. I suspect, honestly, I expect Echo Fox to choke. And I know I'll have some haters for that, but they have not done good in international tournaments, in tournaments in general for a while, on the first day. Caps is pretty darn skilled, and I expect him to be able to deal with anything that comes mid lane, and Soaz has always been known as the great escape artist. So even if he gets double teamed by Huni and Dardic, he will know how to play safe, and he will make the great escapes, allowing advantages to be taken elsewhere, superior team fighting, and just a calm, proper game. Though I'm all for the craziness and love it normally, I just think Echo Fox will choke on the first day. That's my thoughts. Now, talking about Fnatic real fast, I want to talk about the Fnatic versus Team Liquid matchup. Team Liquid has shown their strength is best versus best versus playing, not versus, playing a standard comp. In mid-season invitational this year, Fnatic beat Team Liquid in the standard comp. I fully expect Fnatic to sub in Reckless and to play a standard bot lane and to take it to Team Liquid in a normal pre-8-12 meta when they face Team Liquid, and I expect them to win. I expect Reckless to have so much energy building up, supercharging it, and just be ready to take them on and win that. Now, Team Liquid has shown a lot of strength. I fully expect them to destroy Splyce in Game 2 of that day. I suspect they'll be the strongest North American team. And if we do see something strange, it will be Doublelift playing Lucian mid in a funnel comp. Other than that, I think they'll play standard. I think Impact will be a solid rock for them to depend on, like they have quite often. Xmithie can always go back to Sejuani in the jungle if he gets pressured. And the only question is, how well will Ole do in a tournament? Because at MSI, he subbed himself out because he was having such a bad day. Has he gotten over that? I think so. I think Doublelift has matured beyond compared to what he was 2 or 3 years ago, especially with his personal loss that happened a while back, shortly before the Spring Split Finals. And I think that maturity he has gained will help him know how to make Ole the best player possible. And I'm sorry I'm getting a bit emotional. I hated Doublelift. Hated the crap out of him. I went to a finals in Vegas, got to meet Counterlogic Gaming and see Aphromoo, his duo partner for years and years, and I told Aphromoo to kick Doublelift's butt in the tournament that day because I couldn't stand Doublelift. But now I can, and it's been nice to see the growth of a person and to realize I'm the one who needs a change of heart more now than he did. Okay, now let's talk about Splyce. They're coming in 2 wins, 4 losses for this tournament. And a lot of people are saying they are by far the worst, going to get their butts kicked in every way, shape, and form. And why don't we have Misfits here? It sucks. Misfits being a 6-0 team right now from Europe. First off, I want to talk about the 4 losses Splyce has had. One has been to the undefeated G2. G2's good. They're undefeated. Understandable if you lose to them. One's to the undefeated Misfits. Once again, they're undefeated. Understandable if you lost to them. The third loss, well, the first loss was the very first game of the Europeans' summer split, with them taking on Jizuki's team. What is it? And Yarnin and everybody. Well, basically, they went up against a Heimerdinger Fiddle bot and had never seen it before. Their Scrim partners hadn't been playing that. They weren't expecting it at all, and they got stomped by that cheese. And that is a cheese that if you had not seen, were not expecting. The very first game of the summer split, not even any other team played before you that day. That's the very first game of the day. Losing that is understandable. And then their fourth loss was to Unicorns of Love. And hey, Unicorns of Love took out TSM in last year's Rift Rivals in the group stages. Everybody gets one excuse to lose to Unicorns of Love. If you haven't lost to them, you're not a real team. You're just a make-believe animal. So I think Splice is much stronger than expected by most people coming into this tournament. I think they could take on 100 Thieves or Echo Fox. Echo Fox has had a rough day, but I don't think they can take on Team Liquid. Now, I've talked about every team but 100 Thieves and G2. And both these teams are interesting like the others in their own way. Let's talk about G2 first and save 100 Thieves for last. G2 has been running mostly funnel comps and putting Perkz on a pedestal to carry his team in immaculate fashion. And he's done very, very well. Can he continue to do it against the different playstyle that North America is bringing? Possibly, but as Cap said, Perkz hasn't had the best international showing in the past. And if he chokes, the funnel comp is going to go down the drain and they're going to lose so many games. Well, they only have 3 to lose, but even losing 2 is too many at this point if Europe wants to have the counter pick in the best of 5 round robins. Wunder has been doing very well. I think he will give pressure top lane for G2, even if Perkz starts off having a bit of difficulty. Will it be enough? Don't know. Ryu, if I remember correctly, does love himself some Aurelion Sol, and that's a champion that's very good at punishing the mid lane during a funnel comp, so in all honesty, I think 100 Thieves is going to win this game, and they're going to win it because of Levi. A lot of the analysts have agreed that the way to beat funnel comp is to have your jungler go all solo queue and camp lanes and repeat ganks and just go sort of ham on your side lanes. And Levi is a quality of jungler and one with a different mindset and play style than has been seen in Europe in a while. I really do think that he can take control of this game. The other thing that 100 Thieves has is they have Coach Prawley. We don't see him here, but he was in Europe for years, was considered one of the best coaches. That's why he was picked up by NA. He led 100 Thieves, a completely new organization, to the finals in one split. I think Prawley's intimate understanding of Europe and the players from Europe and Levi's unexpected, incredible play will find the chinks in every European team's armor and make them fight tooth and nail to get a win. And I expect 100 Thieves to go 2-1 overall in the 3 games in the group stage. Now, one last thing to talk about the group stage, going back, is Echo Fox and what they might do. Echo Fox plays 2 of its games on the first day, and then its last game right here on day 2. Now, theoretically, if North America wins every single game up until that point, they would have already clinched the group stage, and the rest of the 4 games won't matter at all. If that happens, I fully expect Huni to play Pyke as support in that game. Why do I expect this? Well, for team image, for player image, for hype. In North America, we've been talking about how Huni's played everything, but he hasn't played support. And Europe's been talking about how they love Pyke and they play Pyke, and North America's not going to be able to deal with Pyke. I would just love to see Huni take Pyke and take it to them and beat them. Good morning, Angela. You need to brush your hair and brush your teeth, okay? Can you do that for Daddy? Thank you. So that will be interesting. I'm just going to go down and say who I think is going to win. Fnatic, Team Liquid, 100 Thieves, Splyce, Fnatic, Echo Fox, Team Liquid.
You already said Team Liquid.
Yes, they play multiple games. I need to decide who wins multiple ones. Daddy's working. Please leave him be. Thank you, Angela. 100 Thieves, Fnatic. And to win the tournament overall, I suspect North America will. Once again, Coach Prawley has too intimate of an understanding of North America, of Europe. Team Liquid's too strong, and that's what I suspect will happen. Sorry, this wasn't the cleanest of videos. It was stream of conscience. Thank you for your time, everyone, and have a very good day. Let's have fun watching this when it happens, and goodbye.